Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and I'm here with another tutorial. So starting off, I started this tutorial with foundation application. So I was just trying to use a foundation brush to check our skin shade with the foundation I applied. Right about now, I have pushed all the foundation into our skin. So in today's tutorial, I want to teach you guys or show you guys how to achieve a flawless skin on a light skin person. So over the years of me doing makeup, it has been a struggle. Like doing a light skinned person, it's actually very hard than doing a dark skinned person, because for dark skin, it's easy to get away by like toning down the person. If you shade match the wrong way, you can tone it down. But for a light skin, you have to clean it. If there's a mistake, you just have to clean it. So I applied foundation already, and now I'm applying contour. I'm doing a contour now. So you have to make sure that whatever you're applying on a light skinned person is not too dark to avoid mistakes, because you cannot tone it down. You just have to, and you cannot light it up. So whatever you want to do, please try as much as possible not to make any mistake. If you watch closely, for the blush parts, I started building up lightly. So I have done foundation, contour, and blush. Look at how the skin is. Now for highlights, I started from the chin down up to our cupid's bow area. I'm using this concealer from Too Faced Born This Way in the shade butterscotch. No, not butterscotch, I'm sorry. Golden beige. Yeah, golden beige. Now I'm highlighting the under eye with that concealer. You have to go in gradually so that you won't make any mistake. And the pressure you use to apply concealer is not the same pressure you use for foundation. They are two different. For the foundation, you want the foundation to like go into the skin, while for the concealer, you just want to go in lightly so that the concealer will show. And it's advisable to use little or no product at all. Next up, I'm contouring a nose using a foundation shade. This foundation is from V Beauty in the shade Nigeria, thereabouts. So I'm just using that to contour a nose. You don't want your nose contour to be too dark or too harsh. That's why I'm going in gradually to blend it. Next up, to further blend underneath the eyes, before going in with setting powder, you have to make sure there is no crease lines underneath the water line of your eyes, underneath the eyes, basically. So I'm using this setting powder from Mira Cosmetics to set the under eye. So this is setting powder from Mira Cosmetics in the shade Ginger. So I'm just going in to set underneath the eyes. But before you do that, you make sure you blend out the crease lines, so that you know your client or your model has looked down and you want to set the under eye, so that you will not leave harsh lines underneath the eyes, and underneath the eyes is tender. So I'm setting this with my setting powder now. Whatever you're doing in makeup, you have to go in gradually. So this setting powder process, I'm going to take a little from the container. I'm going to dust it out and then apply it on the eyes. You can see that it's not too much. So you have to go in and you have to push it into the skin. If you don't push it, if you just apply it and leave it there, it's just going to stay there. So when you put it, because you don't want crease lines, you have to like push it in so that it's going to blend well. Then I did that for a cupid's bow area, the side of our nose. You know, that side of, you have to go in everywhere so that the face is going to look well blended. So this is what I am doing. After that, I just went in to further blend, push the product into the skin well to avoid harsh lines. Look at how the skin is after setting. Then the next part is to set all over the face with powder. I'm using the powder from Milani Cosmetics in the shade medium, and I'm using my V Beauty powder palettes. So I like setting with powder a lot, because this allows me to like reduce the oil on the client's face and make sure that the face is well set, because you don't want, at the end of the day, one side is now going to look oily, the other side is going to look set and all that. So you have to go in with your powder and your brush, push the product into the face, push the product into the skin. I'm taking my time to do this because I don't want any problem at the end of the day, because whatever you do might make or mar your makeup game. So to set underneath the eyes and the highlighted areas with bright powder. I'm using this powder from Sephora Cosmetics. I'm using a Sephora powder in the shade Sand to set underneath the eyes and the highlighted area. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making sure I allow this video to be very detailed so that you people can see the process of how I achieve a flawless skin. So you have to like go gradually and keep blending. You can see what I am doing. I'm taking my time to show you all so that whenever you have a light skinned person, you are going to remove that fear, because there was a time in my life that I am always scared of being a light skinned person because of mistakes and whatnot. So to contour our face with powder, I'm using this powder from Milani Cosmetics in the shade Deep. Monu said this shade is too dark for her, but we made it work. So I'm just going in with that, and I'm not using too much. So I'm just going to, you can see how that powder is there now. I'm not using too much. I just go in lightly with that, and that is it for my contour, because I don't want to take chances of harsh lines on the skin. Then for blush, for powder blush, I'm using this blush from Mira Cosmetics on the cheekbones. That's a cheek, the hollows of our cheeks. So as you can see, most times we tell your clients to like smile so that you can get the cheeks popped up. So this is what I am doing. I'm just making sure the blush is not too much. You have to go in gradually because this blush is very pigmented. Like I said, once you make any mistake on a light skin person, just know it's going to remain like that because you're going to stress yourself to blend out. So for that structure our nose with powder, I'm using this brush, this blending brush, and I'm just going in with that same Milani powder in the shade Deep to structure that nose. So this is what I am doing now, and you want your nose contour not to be too harsh. You have to go in and blend. To seal up everything, I'm using this spray from Juba Cosmetics. This is to melt all the powdery effect on the face, all the powder on the face. Then you need a hand fan. It's very essential in makeup to dry that down. Then for baking, I'm baking with that same setting powder, Mira Cosmetics in the shade Ginger to bake. So the essence of baking is to like structure the face and to catch out fallout from your eyeshadow. If you don't bake and you do eyeshadow, there's going to be fallout there. This is the end of this tutorial. If you want to see how I created the eyeshadow, please turn on your post notification button for the next video. Thank you for watching. My name is Ifeanyi Okoro. See you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you and bye guys.